Hey guys, my name is April. I go by Ruby Rouge here on the YouTubes. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a lighthearted video about skincare, and we're going to talk about what I used in a whole year. Do you know how awesome that is? A whole year's worth of skincare empties. So excited to share this with you. I think it'll be fun and informative, and I'm really excited about it. First, I want to talk about what's going on. I'm not going to go into where we're at too much at this point, but it is now Sunday, March 22nd, so this video should go up on Monday, March 23rd. And I just got some news that they're going to be shutting down the bridges in the state that I live in, and I live in a tri-state area where crossing the bridges is like a daily part of life. And it kind of freaked me out a little bit. The hospital's on the other side of the bridge. I'm sure that we can get through. But the point is that it did freak me out a little bit. My last video I talked about feeling not well, and I'm like, oh gosh, it kind of freaked me out. Here's the point, guys. We're all dealing with a lot of emotions right now. And what we're experiencing as a collective humanity on this earth is trauma. Is traumatic. There are going to be a lot of people, depending on how this goes, how long it lasts, there are going to be a lot of people who experience trauma after this and need therapy for trauma. So I just wanted to share a quick thing. I actually did some therapy for CPTSD. It's post-traumatic stress disorder, but it's like a longer term. You can look it up if you're curious, but and one of the things that helped me the most out of that therapy was learning to recognize my emotions, name my emotions, and learn to sit with my emotions. As someone who has experienced a lot of traumatic things in life, which a lot of us have, I'm not trying to put myself on some kind of trauma pedestal, but I did not know how to process my emotions effectively. And learning to sit with and name my emotions was incredibly helpful. So I really, really recommend, if you don't know what I'm talking about, or if you think that you're not very good with your emotions, that you look that up. It is life-changing. For me, it was life-changing. I can't give it enough credit. And really what it is I just got bad news, right? The bad news scared me. There was a time when I would get bad news, or just news. I don't even know that that's bad news, it's just news. But I would get news and it would scare me, and I would be like, okay, well, it's not a big deal. It's okay, I'm going to be okay, we're all going to be okay, and I would try to push it away and pretend like it didn't happen, or I would just go into full-blown panic mode and start bawling crying, or I wouldn't deal with the things effectively. Okay, so when you learn to name your emotions, it goes a little bit more like, okay, I didn't like that news. Kind of freaks me out a little bit. I'm kind of claustrophobic. I feel kind of trapped in. I don't really like it. But you know what? Breathe. I don't like it. And it's okay. I don't like it. It's okay. I feel a little scared. It's okay that I feel uncertain. And usually I feel this somewhere in my stomach area, in my chest, in my stomach. And I just kind of sit there and breathe in and out and feel it and let it be a part of me. I won't talk too much more about it, but please Google sitting with your emotions, sitting with your feelings, and you will find lots of information about it. Don't join any cults. One of the things I Googled today, I was like, oh God, this is a cult. Don't join any cults or anything like that, but do learn how to deal with your emotions. That will be incredibly important as we go through this time. All right. Next, we're going to get into skincare for a year. This is so fun. Skincare. Okay, so one of the very first steps of my skincare routine, my nightly skincare routine anyway, is going to be to remove any makeup that, sorry about my hair, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to do something different today, and I don't know that I really like it. But so I'm going to remove any makeup, and I'm going to go through favorite to least favorite. I don't know. We'll just start. I have 4 makeup removers here. This first one is the Pond's Cold Cream. I didn't like this. It was okay. It was effective at removing makeup. The problem that I had with this product was it was too hard to get off. I always double cleanse, but I had to like triple cleanse with this one, or I really had to work a lot harder to get this one off. The first time I used it, I traveled with it and I didn't know that, and I was kind of freaking out because I didn't have my whole arsenal of things to really effectively remove this. I didn't care for this as much. I wouldn't recommend this one. Then we have this Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. Now this one I think is okay. I prefer the Bioderma. I do like this size though. This is a really nice size for an affordable price, so I'll probably repurchase this again for my travel bag. I don't use micellar waters every single day or every time I remove my makeup. I kind of use them for extra cleanup if I have really stubborn eye makeup on, if I have glitter or something on my eyes, touch-ups, different things like that. So it's kind of a sometimes product for me, but I do enjoy having a micellar water in my collection. This is the Cacia Comforting Avocado Natural Skincare Oil. I use this simply to remove makeup. I don't use it on my skin for anything else. I think it's okay. First of all, I don't like the Cacia bottles. Too much oil comes out of their little dispenser system. You have to like push too hard and then too much comes out. So I don't really like that. I waste the oil. It goes too fast. The other thing, avocado oil wasn't my favorite. It was a good and it was effective. It just wasn't my favorite. And that leads me to my favorite oil, and that is almond oil. I also really like jojoba oil, and I like the Now Solutions flip top bottle here. You don't even have to squeeze it. You just literally tilt it over until some oil comes out. You just need a few drops. Removes your makeup beautifully. You can do organic. I can't remember if Now does organic ones or not, but this is just so cheap. I think I paid $16 for this whole bottle and it lasted me so long. I will never buy a bottle this size again. It was like 2 years worth of product. Way, way, way too long. But this was my absolute favorite. They do sell a smaller bottle that I think is more this size with this dispenser, and I will be repurchasing that, although I do have some other skincare oils and makeup removers that I'm working through right now. After I remove my makeup, the next thing I'm going to do is face wash, and I'll do my double cleanses. We'll do those first. These are the things I use for double cleansing. What I like to do is I use a makeup eraser cloth. So I put my oil on, I wipe it all off with my microfiber cloth, then I rub soap real good into the cloth, like a bar of soap, loosen up all that, but I use the soap on the cloth to wash my face with again, and then I'll repeat. So I get both the cloth clean and my face clean. That's how I double cleanse. These are my absolute favorites. This is just Cetaphil. This is the deep cleansing bar from Cetaphil. 3 of these. I get them in a 3-pack. I think it's like $9. The other thing that I really, really like is this African Formula Sulfur Soap. I have been talking about this for hold on, my computer just like, okay. I have been talking about this for so long. Sulfur is so good for acne. This is perfect. I love it. It is so inexpensive. I think you can buy like 3 of these for $10 once again on Amazon. Perfect. This is a great way to double cleanse, get some sulfur. It doesn't have like a bad smell to it. I notice a difference when I'm not using this. So I really, really recommend it. Those are my double cleansers, and then these are my regular face cleansers. So this is what I'm using in the morning, or if I don't have any makeup on my face. Let's see. Do we have a clear favorite brand? We're going to go with DMAE. I like these. They're affordable. I like the ingredients. I like the no GMO, cruelty-free, 100% vegan, gluten-free. Not all of these are the same. So please, if you have one of these concerns, please check this. The bottle is recyclable. This has wind energy certificate. This one does too. This one doesn't. Point being, I like all that stuff. I like conscious brands. I also like the price point. I think they're $10 or so, but I'm I would say regular price $15, but I'm also able to find these on sale a lot. As far as the one I like the best is going to be this one. I don't know how to pronounce this. Oh, wow. I'll put it up somewhere on the, I really don't know how to say that. And aloe vera, this is my favorite. It's the sensitive skin cleanser. It's not stripping at all. I do have oily skin. I have kind of combo to oily skin. Sometimes it can get dry. But I also have, you know, acne prone skin. And I really recommend for you to not strip your skin regardless. Especially when you're not removing makeup. If you're just washing your face in the morning or at a random time throughout the day and you don't have on makeup, do something gentle like this. Great product here. The other two that I have here, Firming DMAE. I really like this one. It's a little too, smells a little too much of lavender, I think, but I enjoy this one. It is a little more cleansing, I guess, than the sensitive skin. And then the last one I tried, this Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. I did not like this one at all. This is for somebody who's got super, super dry skin. This a very lotiony feeling. It left like a little bit of like moisture on my face. I didn't care too much for this one. Not for me. The other two skincare, or the other two face washes I finished, this was the Tatcha Deep Cleansing Sample. Oh my gosh, what a rip-off joke. First of all, it has these pointless little, like, I don't know, what are they? Not micro beads, I'm sure, because those aren't allowed anymore, but like little pieces of almond or something. But they were pointless because there weren't enough in there. It was just weird. It was incredibly drying. Not a good cleanser, I don't think. The other thing we have is this Glamglow. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I freaking loved it. And I thought it really compared to my favorite DMAE cleanser that I have here. I thought it was really, really good. It was incredibly gentle. It is called Gentle Bubble. It is a daily conditioning cleanser. I would repurchase this for the right price. For per ounce, the DMAE is cheaper. But if I could get this at a good price, I think this one lasted a little bit longer just because this is a thinner consistency. This one was a little bit thicker, so I felt like it lasted me just as long or longer, honestly. So I really enjoy this. At the right price, I would pick it up. The next category of things I have are exfoliators. Exfoliators are something I don't do too much of. I don't really think that scrubbing particles into your skin to remove the dead skin cells is a great idea, especially for me. I definitely have to be very careful when I do that. Sometimes I will do it. I did try a couple products this time around. The first product I want to talk about though is this Omorovicza, I think that's how you pronounce it, exfoliator. First of all, this is a $100 product and it was gentle enough as an exfoliator for me to feel comfortable using, but it did irritate my skin. There was absolutely nothing going on. I had to use it for $100. I'm like, I have to use this. So I did. I used it consistently. I'm like, there's got to be some magic thing going to happen at this. No, it was awful. Okay, it wasn't awful, but it was just so like not special. This is totally, and I think this is one of those examples of skincare companies, especially high-end skincare companies. They need to complete their line. So they might have an excellent serum, but then they feel like they need a face wash and an exfoliator and a moisturizer to go with all of those things. And then they price them at like $100 when they're not worth shit. So yeah, I actually had decluttered this and I got to thinking about it. I'm like, I should use this on my body. I just thought of that when I pulled everything out to do these. One I do actually like is this Dr. Brandt Microdermabrasion. I get samples of this from time to time and it is gentle enough for me to use. I would not purchase it. I usually am able to use it though without any like weird irritation, so that's a good product in my opinion. And then another one that I did enjoy was this treatment enzyme pill from Amore Pacific. Not something I would repurchase. It was a little bit too gentle in my opinion. I have used a product, I tried to find it the other day and they've discontinued it. It was amazing. I had used it from the All Natural Face for a long time. It was one of my favorites. And it's really, really nice, very similar. This is not I think this was like a $50 product, full price, I can't remember. But Not worth it in my opinion. Now what I do really like to do as far as exfoliation goes is acids. Acids have changed my life as far as my acne goes. Glycolic acid in particular, I don't have one in here right now, but I really like the Ole Henriksen Invigorating Night Treatment. Changed my skin. I cannot live without that, or I don't want to live without it. We'll put it that way. Peter Thomas Roth, this is the Firm X Peeling Gel. This is gel. This is one of those gels that kind of peels up as you roll it around on your face. I like this. As far as these kind of products go, not something I would purchase, but this one was actually kind of effective. I would put it right in the middle. If you have a sample of this, it's worth a try, but I wouldn't purchase it. The Daily Exfoliating and Clarifying Treatment from Tata Harper. I did actually enjoy this a little bit, but definitely not something I would buy. I think I looked these up and it was like $100 face wash. No, not worth it. Please don't buy that. The Ordinary Lactic Acid is something I did really enjoy. I'm using the alpha lipoic acid right now. I like it too. It's a little bit weird. This one's very normal though. It's lactic acid. You're going to find lactic acid in a lot of different products, so I doubt there are too many people with oversensitivities to this. This was the 5%. If you're using products like this, I just really highly recommend, first of all, follow the directions and go slow. Introduce them slowly into your skincare routine, one at a time. I think that you should introduce anything that you're putting into your skincare routine, one product at a time. And go for like 2 weeks before you introduce anything else. For me, it's like 2 weeks to a month, depending on what it is I'm introducing. So, I do really like this. I will keep purchasing from The Ordinary. I love The Ordinary for people like me who have sensitivities to certain ingredients that tend to be in like everything. For me, my skin doesn't really like silicones, and it's in everything. So finding simple acids like this, oh my gosh, it's a game changer, really. It is a game changer. Okay, we're getting in, there's no kind of order at this point. It's just, I'm just showing things by group. The next group of products I have is vitamin C products. I really enjoyed the CEO from Sunday Riley. I didn't think I would, and it was incredibly effective at lightening dark spots. Dark spots, for me, I've had great success with vitamin C for keeping my dark spots at bay. I have struggled with melasma in the past, and I struggled with hyperpigmentation and acne scarring, and I found that vitamin C is great for that. This was a really nice product. I would repurchase this again. What I was using before I started using that was this Erno Laszlo White Marble. This was also a really nice product. Similar price point, I think. I don't know. This is $100. I think this is actually a little bit cheaper. So I think I'm going to purchase this one again, but also a very effective product. This is a mask. And what I like about this being a mask is that if you're someone like me who struggles with acne, you can use masking as a way to get all the ingredients that you might want to get in your skincare without leaving products on your skin, because I found that with acne that tends to be one of the big irritants and aggravating points is the products that you're leaving on your skin. So it's not so much a mask that you leave on for like 15-20 minutes and then you remove. It's the products like this that stay on the skin for hours and hours and hours until you remove them later in the day. I didn't have any issues with this, the ingredients, and it didn't affect me or didn't seem to irritate my skin or cause any breakouts. So, like this. This is going to be my moisturizers and serums and different kind of treatments category. The first thing I want to show you is this Estee Lauder Resilience Lift. The only reason I'm showing this is because I want credit for the empty. I use this on my body. Not the ingredients in it didn't seem like they would be good for my face, so I skipped that. The next thing I want to show you is the Perricone Pre-Empt series, the Skin Perfecting Serum. They have discontinued this. This was nice. I won't talk much about it though because they discontinued it, but it was a silicone-free serum, which is hard to find, and it worked well for me. George's Aloe Spray. I used this in a variety of ways. I ended up finishing up almost as a primer, but I use this as a moisturizer, primer, and it worked really nicely both ways for that. As someone, like I said, oily, acne-prone skin, we're not going for too much moisture. I don't wear a moisturizer. And I know like people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, you have to wear moisturizer. Since I have stopped wearing moisturizer, my skin is doing so much better, but I do use things like aloe. I do have other ways to introduce moisture into the skin. This is one of them. I really, really enjoy this. The Smashbox Primer Water is also really nice. It has glycerin in it, which is a way to introduce more moisture into the skin. Something else I really like for that is the SK2 Facial Treatment Essence. This is one of my favorite products, and I have repurchased this so many times. This works really well for me. I have noticed that it keeps my skin clear. It keeps my skin feeling very balanced. When I am using this on a regular basis, I don't really ever get dry or super oily. I just kind of stay very balanced, very nice. It keeps some of my dark spots at bay, and I've just really enjoyed this. I don't get any acne reactions to it. Really, really nice product. I have used the Misha Essence, and I like it as well. For me though, it's a little too moisturizing. It's a little heavier than the SK2, and so I tend to get a little oilier with it. The other SK2 product, this is the SK2 Facial Treatment Clear Lotion. This one has salicylic acid in it, which I don't like for an everyday basis. I notice if I overuse salicylic acid on my face, I tend to get not deep cystic acne, but a little more like sensitive skin acne. I don't really like little just kind of whiteheads. But if I use it as a spot treatment, it's great and effective. So it's not something that I would use every day. I also noticed this one it does say it's a lotion, and it is heavier. So this is something I'll wear like around the house because it does make me a little bit greasier. I put this in the category, although it is a mask. This is the SK2 Facial Treatment Mask. A lot of times this comes in the kits, and what I do with this is I use the mask, then I put all of the product in here into a jar and use it like I use the essence. It lasts for like a month when I do that, and I really enjoy the product in here. I feel like it's a really nice product. That is probably the only mask that I will repurchase as far as sheet masks go. This is the Peter Thomas Roth Water Drench Moisturizer. Not something I would purchase. I like to hold on to little things like this in the case of like it's winter time and I get chapped skin or something and I desperately need a moisturizer. That's exactly how I used this one, was over the winter when I had a cold and I was like blowing my nose a million times. This was my moisturizer that I used for that. I actually really like this one, and I look forward to getting samples of this just to hold on for that reason. It's a good light moisturizer that is effective, and it works well for me and my skin type. Next, I'm going to do spot treatments. The first spot treatment I have is Origin's Super Spot Remover. It's this little teeny tiny bottle, and I almost bought this again. This is my salicylic acid remover spot treatment, and this is my second or third empty of it, and I almost purchased it again, and then I saw that Ordinary had one, and I was trying to save money, and I purchased their salicylic acid because it was only like $5. I think this is close to $20. This lasted me forever though. It lasts me almost over a year every time I buy it. You use such a little tiny bit, and it goes such a long way. I really like the formula of this. I wish I would have repurchased this one instead of the salicylic acid from the Ordinary, just because there's something about it that really holds it in place. If you've ever used this, it's like I'm trying to describe what it's like. It like really sticks in place. Okay, so how to change the battery. So of course I had to reset the whole camera, because why would you be able to access the battery on the tripod? Next category is, this category is going to be masking. I mask. Every single week I do some kind of like pore extracting type of mask that really, really seems to have helped my skin along the way. I wouldn't say it's like a game changer, but it does seem to help. I don't have any favorites here though. So first off, we're going to talk about these Bamboo Charcoal Go-To Beauty Sheet Masks. These were garbage. I got these in a BoxyCharm, and it's hilarious because BoxyCharm's like $25 a piece or something. I don't remember what they said the full price was, but no, these are on sale for like $2. They used to be Crown brushes, like they were ever $25. Anyways, I did a BoxyCharm video. You should go watch it. It's a little bit enlightening. It was for me anyways. No, those were terrible. One mask that I did actually really like was this Dermovia Lace Appeal. The product in here was really, really nice, and I would buy it again. It is a peel-off mask. I know a lot of people don't love those. What I loved about this was the lace made it actually a lot easier to peel off, and that was really nice, and it still felt effective. My skin looked really good after I used this. I would purchase these again, but I did not like that every time you buy this product, you have to buy a bunch more of those lace masks. Those lace masks are reusable, and I'm trying to be a little more conscious about things these days, and that's just like not something I would like to keep purchasing. If I could buy just a tube of the mask and wash the lace over and over again, we would be good, but until I can do that, I won't consider repurchasing. On that note, I'm not buying sheet masks either. Of course, I will use them if I get like something in a kit or something along that way, but I'm not buying sheet masks either. This is the Skin Purifying Mask from Tony Moly. I never really liked sheet masks that much anyways. I never really got into them. I just didn't find them to be that effective, and definitely no more effective than just regular masking, so. Not for me. This green tea mask didn't really do anything. I tried to wait until my skin was kind of aggravated, but it didn't do anything. Another mask that I do actually like for acne is the Bliss Triple Oxygen Mask. This used to be kind of expensive. I've noticed they lowered their prices pretty significantly, and I would purchase this again at the price. I would never buy this for full price because it was way, way, way too expensive. I know e.l.f. makes a bubble mask. I haven't tried it yet. I really, really like those for times when my pores seem to be getting really congested. And I can like see, you know, texture in the skin, or I can see that I'm starting to get like trapped blackheads or whiteheads, closed comedones, things like that. I really like a good oxygen bubbly mask. I feel like it seems to help loosen those up a little bit. But, so I would repurchase that one. One I would not repurchase, this is the Dr. Brandt Pores and More Vacuum Cleaner. This is too much. This was so like drying and irritating for my skin that it actually seemed to have a rebound effect if I used it consistently. So I kind of made sure to only use this like once a month, because when I made this my weekly pore mask, it was too much and I was having like rebounds, irritation, acne. So I wouldn't recommend this. I won't purchase it again. I didn't purchase it the first time. I got it in a box. I didn't like it. Okay, we have dose categories left. Next, we're going to go with tightening products. This is the Glamglow. Which one is this called? The Gravity Mud Firming Treatment. This was a fun product, not something I would specifically go out and purchase. This was something that I would use like if we were going out in the night and I'm like, let me tighten up my skin a little bit. I would use this, and it did produce a temporary tightening effect. Definitely not something that I would spend the full price of money on. It's too expensive for little to no results. A product that I do actually like is this Clarins Extra Firming Phyto Serum. I got these little guys from Influenster, and I really enjoyed them, and it took me a minute to kind of figure out how to make them work for me, but they do work well for me. And one of the ways that I use them, first of all, I'll put them on with my normal skincare. Not something I would use every day. Once again, we're talking about a product that for me is just like if we're going out and I'm trying to look extra. And so I'll put this on, and then I'll put my makeup on, and then I'll actually go in and pat this back on over. It really seems to help keep the makeup from settling down into my fine lines, which is great. Even my deep wrinkles. I have some pretty deep wrinkles, and this seems to help a lot with that. So really do enjoy this product. I have repurchased it. Last, we're getting on to eyes. I know there are people out there that are like, yeah, you don't need eye cream. I like eye cream, and whether or not I need it, first of all, I don't use a moisturizer, so I can't just use my moisturizer. Second of all, a lot of people use moisturizers with harsher ingredients that they shouldn't be putting around their eyes. I don't know. So I kind of disagree with that sentiment, but whatever. You know, to each their own. I think that if you feel like your regular moisturizer is a good product for your eyes, cool. Like I said, I don't use a moisturizer. So when I am looking for a nice, simple, everyday eye cream, what I am looking for is something that doesn't make my makeup crease, that gives me a little bit of moisture, and that doesn't have a lot of, or really any retinol or irritating stuff. This is for my everyday daytime products. I have the Clinique Pep Start here. I really like this. I have purchased this. I've been through several of these. I do get samples. I love when I get samples because it's just a really nice product. Also, I love this Origins Ginseng product. This is one of my favorites. And I would purchase this if it weren't in a freaking jar. Like, why are we still putting crap in jars? Does anybody know the answer to that question? Like, get it out of the jar, put it in a tube. I don't want to be dipping and putting around my eyes something in a jar. Anyways, so I like these. I also really like this. I got from Influenster the Clarins Extra Firming Eye Cream. When I purchased the Extra Firming Serum, I got another sample of this. I'm super excited about that because I do really like it. And it's not cheap. Another product that I like for night. Now, nighttime is a little bit different. I want my nighttime cream to be a little bit heavier, and I definitely want retinol in it. I might not use it every night because I get a little sensitive to retinol if I overuse it, but I do like retinol in my skincare. And this is the Strivected Intensive Eye Concentrate for Wrinkles. I did really enjoy this. I tried something different this time when I repurchased, but this was my second tube of this. This is a good product, and I think I can tell a difference when I'm using a retinol under my eyes at night. This is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. I just used this. It was awful. It was really, really sticky. I didn't understand why people have been raving about this. I thought it was really sticky and weird, and I didn't think it did anything. So that was a no for me. I think if you like those kind of brightening, I really think that Origins, once again, has that nice brightener to it, but once again, they're in a jar, so that was kind of stupid on their part. Look, guys, I love these things. These are depuffing masks, and I think they are amazing. What's in here? Oh, just the directions. I don't need those. I was like, is there any more in here? I love these things. When I'm going through, like right now, I've been crying a lot because just what's going on, it's stressful, you know? So if I feel like I'm going to cry, like I talked about earlier, I let myself cry these days. And when I cry, I get really, really puffy. Or if I just, you know, allergy season, I get really puffy. These help me a lot. I know they're kind of gimmicky or whatever, but here's the thing. $2.99, $3.99. Get these at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. Please don't pay full price for these at Sephora. Like $25 for 2 or 3 of these. Don't do it. TJ Maxx or Marshall's. You can get these. They're great. Totally worth the price. Use them if you're puffy. And I think that's it. Did that feel like $878 worth of skincare to you? It's really not that bad. I thought it was going to be more. When I looked at some of these products, I'm like, well, the SK2 is $100, the Erno Laszlo is $100. I'm like, oh gosh, we're going to be well over $1,000, and it really wasn't. And a lot of these were samples that I got in like boxes, or I did assign value to them, but I kind of paid for them, kind of didn't. Especially like if it's a box, I paid for that. But anyways, that was my skincare, and I love my skincare routine. I have changed my skin over the years. I know I'm not a dermatologist, but man, I have really got my skincare under control over the years. And I'm happy. I'm really happy with the progress that I've made. Anyways, so thank you guys for hanging out. That was a long video. I won't keep you any longer. Stay safe, stay sane, stay home, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!